Good morning, everyone, and welcome to AMHQ Early. I'm meteorologist Jen Carfagno. So the records fell yesterday from the west all the way into the plains. It was a hot November day, and we are going to see a storm tracking across the country. Will it bring a cool down? Well, let's take a look. We'll start with we're going to start with that, talk about the warmth, why this is happening, why the cold is not here. We've got, in general, a ridge to our jet stream. So the areas of high pressure, one really focused on the southwest, another in the southeast. They remain in control, and that's a warming pattern. Underneath the high pressure, you've got sinking air, and sinking air is warming air. All of the cold air is stuck up far to the north, so that is not able to get down thanks to the jet stream pattern that we are in. Yes, there's some changes. In Denver, you're not going to be 81 degrees again yesterday. In fact, it's a notable change today. Look at our forecast. Denver from 81 yesterday to 45 today. But we still have the warmth in the above average in Texas. We're 80 in Midland, 77 in Dallas today. That's above average, even when a front comes through. And it will, Dallas. First of the week. We have two fronts this week. First one comes through today and knocks us down to 64 tomorrow, which is still above average. So that's really the story getting into the rest of this week. Temperatures around Omaha in the 50s. Oklahoma City, we're close to 60. Phoenix, our hot and dry stretch continues. No rain at all this entire fall so far. You go back to the last time we had rain in Phoenix, it was in August 23rd. So no rain and warm. When we stay warm, above average, going to the 80s for the rest of the week by the time we get into Thursday. Dallas for us, our average high this time of year into the 60s, 62 degrees. We are not going to see that this week. So front number one does come through today. We see temperatures that get knocked down to 64 tomorrow. But then, even as the next front comes in, we're going to be warming back up again. Temperatures back into the mid-70s. Oklahoma City, one day below average and not far below average, and then we're right back up to above average. It's cold at the bus stop in the morning, but yet it is very warm in the afternoon, and they don't want a jacket. So you do need the layers. Temperatures going 10 to 20 degrees above average across the east, especially out ahead of this next front coming in. You will feel that warmth today, and then we're going to see temperatures rebounding back into the northern plains and eventually into the south and east. So here's a look at temperatures right now for today. We've got into the 60s, upper 60s actually in Memphis. Temperatures tomorrow close to 70 in Atlanta. Same thing in Raleigh, 68 degrees. Yes, you do not need a big thick coat in the afternoon, but in the mornings will still be chilly, so there'll be that big change right throughout the day. Dew points are low, so the air is dry, and so you'll notice cool mornings and warm sunny afternoons. Cincinnati, we're going to the 50s on Thursday. Chicago, yes, there's a front coming through, so we get back to the 40s, but certainly we're hanging on to above average across much of the south and the mid-Atlantic. D.C., here's a look at your forecast. We are about 10 degrees above average today and tomorrow. Front comes in, it knocks us down a little bit. We're 53, but we're staying very close to that average getting into the weekend. So temperatures here not looking too bad. Let's get a quick look at Memphis, where we are going to be warm, heading up to 70 tomorrow, and then we're going to be in the low to mid 60s as we track your above average week of weather with no rain actually in sight either. So let's go coast to coast right now, and here's a quick look at your Tuesday morning weather headlines. A river rescue getting you through today and then into the rest of the week. So we do have more rain in the northwest, but there's not a lot of rain elsewhere. The next system that's tracking across the country is pretty much a dry front. You can't even pick it out, right? Other than the fact that there's a temperature change, and you see temperatures 40s behind it, 50s ahead of it. By Wednesday, the front's on the move, approaching the northeast. All it really does is help warm us up. We'll see the temperatures warm up to 57 in New York City. We get a few showers by Thursday, but it's not going to be, I think, as much as this might make you think. There's not going to be a ton of moisture return just yet. A few showers lingering into the northeast by the time we get to Friday. Otherwise, as we get to the end of the week, the northwest is starting to look a little bit better on Friday, but then by Saturday, as the next system approaches, this one, a colder one, a wetter one, and so now we've got wet weather all the way down into central and even parts of southern California. Snow overspreading the west. There's going to start to be a bit of a pattern change as you see temperatures again cooling down into the north and west. All right, let's go ahead and deck the hall. Welcome back to AMHQ Early. I'm meteorologist Jen Carfagno. You haven't needed a jacket this week or really for much of the fall, right? So Christmas is less than a month away, but it doesn't feel like it for much of the country. And in Phoenix, Arizona, highs are going to be in the upper 70s today. Here's a look. Temperatures going 10 to 20 degrees above average from the Midwest to the Tennessee Valley to the southeast and also into the mid-Atlantic. And then New York City, that's going to include us as well. Our temperatures will be on the warm side, but just not as warm as we'll feel in other places. So upper Midwest, we're running 20 plus above average. Same thing across parts of the southeast. In the northeast, we'll just be a little above average. So here's a look at the numbers and how they pan out. Look at Cincinnati versus New York City. 63 in Cincy, 53 in New York City. You'll definitely feel the core of the warmth back into the Ohio Valley. Tomorrow, 68 in Raleigh, New York City, though, we're warming up to 57, which is warm for late November. All right, Thursday, we're wrapping up the month, and we're going to see temperatures into the mid-40s in New York City. Thanks to a front, we'll get back down closer to average. Raleigh, though, we're in the 60s. Atlanta, we're going to be in the upper 60s, closer to 70. What a week. And then we look at our numbers in Kansas City. So front number one does come through. We see it today, warm ahead of the front, 58 degrees. Our average is 47, and we're there. We're right at average for Wednesday, but then we're back up above average by Thursday and Friday, and then we're near 60 again by the time we get to the weekend. We just cannot hang on to the cold air at all this year. Chicago, same thing. Temperatures average 41 degrees for a high temperature. We don't see it at all this week with the front that comes through. Yes, we cool down. We're not going to be in the upper 50s, practically 60, but we're still going to be above average with temperatures close to 50 by the time we get through the week into next weekend. And one more for you, Washington, D.C., temperatures in the 60s. Even with the front, we cool down. We are still at least close to average. All right, let's go coast to coast for a quick look at your Tuesday morning weather headlines. And tomorrow, this time of year, it's a rush to get everything ready for the holidays, plus go to all the parties and everything else and decorate, right? So where will the weather be a factor? I'll tell you what, use this weather. All these warm temperatures across the South and even the Midwest. I mean, Chicago, 57 degrees is a very nice November temperature. So take advantage of that. We're going to cool down with the front into the 40s for you on Wednesday and Thursday. A few showers into the Ohio Valley. We see that as we get into Thursday. Not as rainy as that map would have you believe, but there is certainly the chance for some showers. That moves east on a Friday. Rain into Maine. I think that's going to be a little bit steadier and heavier. And then we really look to the west for the next big system coming in. This is going to be the pattern changer. By the time we get into Sunday, this is digging into the northwest, starts to bring in some snow showers down into Montana, back into Idaho, into parts of Wyoming as well. But that starts, I think, the change that we'll get into the middle of end of next week across the rest of the country. Little tease there. We'll have more on that through the morning. And also your winter weather update next. We are still searching for snow across them here and in Duluth. You know, would we keep the snow that we had at the beginning of November all the way through the season? You think about it, that was certainly a possibility, right? But not with this big pattern change that we have had for the rest of the month. The second half of November was much warmer than the first half across the northern tier. So, and that's unusual, right? We take a look at the pattern that we're in, and we're still going to continue to see the cold air stay locked right up here, up into Canada. And the coldest of the cold is even farther north than that. So the above average temperatures remain to be, you know, the big story from the southwest all the way through the central and southern plains into the south and east, but, you know, especially into the northern plains, I think in the upper Midwest, you might notice it the most because that's really where temperatures are like, what season is this? Above average, not record breaking. We're done with the records for now, but it's still going to be warm and above average all the way through the middle of the week. So here's the numbers today: 56 in Omaha, 67 into Oklahoma City. We do have a front that's going to come in, and as the front comes in, you'll notice temperatures going down a bit, but still staying above average. Tomorrow we're going to 51 to Oklahoma City. So we drop off from the upper 60s to the low 50s, really not far from average. Phoenix, for us, we don't drop off. That's the thing. We keep the warmth all the way through the week. Temperatures above average all week long, 77 for today and tomorrow, and then we're right back up to 80. And no rain. Phoenix, so interesting. We have not had a drop of rain since August the 23rd. We're literally going to finish the entire season of fall without any rain. Yes, that's close to being a record. I think we've done it one other time before. All right, today your forecast in the east, we go up to 53 New York City. A lot of warmth in the south with temperatures running above average in the low to mid 60s, but those numbers are going up in the coming days. Look at Atlanta, going to 63 today, but then up closer to 70 by Wednesday and Thursday. I'm getting spoiled by this. I don't know about you guys. Temperatures as a front comes in over the weekend, cool down a little bit, but still above average with 63 degrees. All right, coming up, Jim Cantori and Stephanie Abrams join me for the next hour of AMHQ.